what it is, 5 thumbs up. That's all I can say. The only downside is these raviolis are a little bit fragile. They break apart. However, much better than I remember as a child. About time to hunker down pretty soon here. I kind of realized the only way to really survive this is to bring the cot closer to this guy here, the heater. This is a completely different animal than the ice fishing shack. That thing, I could be a lot colder than this, and this guy would really heat the whole thing up quite nicely. I would never be afraid for my life, but any colder than this, I really wouldn't try it with this setup. Too many air gaps, and even these tent flaps on the outside, they cover the outside, but they don't do a very good job of it. So this is just an experiment, I guess, which is going to be hopefully cozy. It was already borderline delicious, so that's a great thing. And I have to give a big shout out to all the people that have been donating to the cause, crowdfunding my midlife crisis, because I don't do corporate sponsorships. So everybody that's donated, thank you very much. And we're going to keep on going for you guys. That's just what we do around here. So I got my big orange yellow caterpillar. Crawl in there. Hunker down right away. It is about minus 14 outside right now. In here, I don't have my thermometer. Depending on where you are, it's probably around 32 Fahrenheit up towards the top. Down here, we're talking, it's probably minus 5 Celsius. I'm crummy with my conversions. That'd be in the 20s Fahrenheit somewhere. So it's what it is for now. I'm gonna crawl into here. Thanks for watching along so far, and if I make it through the night without this thing blowing away, I should be okay. But wind usually isn't a problem around here. On a still night, I was not expecting the camera to tip over and everything to move around here. It's just unusual. I usually find just throwing a little weight on each corner on the edge with logs or a rock or something does the job. Cursed zippers. There we go. Just getting the base feeling of how cold I'm going to be. Now, waiting for the sleeping bag to do its job. Might be a cold one. Oh, yeah. There's no good option. I can either point the heater right at my face or right at my feet. Right now, my feet feel like they're going to need the help, so we'll just leave it right there. We'll see you guys in the morning. that was doable. This is not the appropriate choice of structure for cold weather camping. The screen tent in minus 14, 15 Celsius conditions. That's pushing the boundaries of what this thing's capable of. But with the buddy heater, it was a pretty good sleep. I'd give it 1.5 thumbs up. Maybe 1 thumb up. I find I need a thicker foamy because I'm a side sleeper, and on a thin foamy, I just have to keep flipping over side to side all night. You probably will be able to see that in the time lapse. So that's the issue there. If I had a thicker foam mattress, oh, it would have been beautiful. It would be a 2 thumbs up sleep for sure. Overall, yeah, it can be done in a pinch, but there's better tents for this. So that's what we're gonna do next time. And I have a big thank you to everybody because we're over 400,000 subscribers now. So I can't thank everybody enough for subscribing. And what I want to do is something special. We're actually packing up. Today is upload day. And if we can get up the driveway, we're going to probably ask a friend to come and tow us up the hill so we can get into town. And I've got a vehicle rented until we can get ours fixed and new wheels on the truck, etc. So we're going to be heading into town right away so I can go sit under a cell tower and upload this, as well as to get our hands on a 4-wheel rental vehicle to get up and down the driveway. What I want to hear is for a 400,000 subscriber special, what do you guys want to see? Because special is going to be one above and beyond a regular weekly one that I try to get up on Thursdays. So if you got any suggestions or comments of what you'd like to see for a 400,000 special, please let me know. And please subscribe, like, or comment, of course, if you can tolerate this type of camping, because it's always fun to read the comments, try to get back to as many as I can. It's going to be a long, cold winter of trying to get through comments. If I haven't gotten back to you, please don't take offense. But I literally have about 20,000 emails in my inbox right now. And I'm hacking away at them bit by bit, day by day, because I don't have a secretary or like staff on hand or anything like that. It's literally like me with a laptop trying to manage all this. Which is another reason I don't get involved with the corporate sponsorship dealies, because that's just way too much to have to deal with. So it's that's the way the channel's going for now. Thank you guys for coming along. It's always a blast, and I can't wait to hear what you're going to suggest for the 400,000. Once I get them all like in the top suggested ones, I'll actually put that to a vote or something so we can see what we're going to do. But lots of videos coming up. Once we get this vehicle, we're probably going to be heading down the road, depending on travel restrictions, into BC, because there's a great place there we love to call second home almost, and we're going to be filming some videos up there. So it's going to be some fun times coming up soon here. And I have stepped back, slowly stepping back from the furnace repair work to get into more content and dealing with this channel. So it's hopefully things will be a little more stable on this end, and hopefully I'll be able to go back to fixing furnaces when the bottom falls out of YouTube here. So cheers, guys, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks.
He's got his hands full. With the new 6-figure stretch off, he could be taking home 600 grand. Right? Hey, wait. Stop. Well, that was a lucky break.
Keep on scratching. Hey, welcome to Camping with Steve. We're not snowed in anymore. We rented this little car here to putt around in until we get ours fixed. And we got a major snowfall warning coming in tonight, like imminent or occurring as we speak. So, back of the rental car, I got set up with a little bunk here, and I'm just gonna try camping out in the car for the night in a snowstorm. So I gotta find a spot to park, And I'll go over a few things because I have actually lived in a car before for about a month or so. And I'll just touch on a few things because, you know, nobody plans to live in a car, but if you ever do find yourself in a car, it's nice to know a few things in advance. So let's get started. For various reasons, people can find themselves sleeping in a car. That doesn't necessarily mean you've been evicted or you're homeless or something like that. It could be as simple as a breakdown, or maybe the hotels are all booked up on your journey. So you want to be pretty close to a 24-hour gas station because gas stations are an excellent source of bathrooms. And you don't want to be carrying antifreeze jugs with you for those emergency calls. You want to be generally somewhere pretty close to services. The snow is beginning, so next stop after we fuel up here is going to be to find our spot. And after that, I'm going to secure some food. I'm not going to cook in this car because that's a whole other world of problems. It takes special skill to do properly. But there's an abundance of restaurants all over the place. Walmarts used to be a good option for a quick overnighter. They've seemed less friendly over the years. Some people have probably abused the privilege and turned it into a full-on vacation, pulled out their lawn chairs, etc. But there's other options that are just as good. Not too nice of a neighborhood, not too bad of a neighborhood. You need that Goldilocks zone for sure, because you're likely to get into trouble in both the extreme locations. If you're somewhat close to an apartment building where there could be random vehicles, that's a good thing too, because a lot of people know the vehicles in their neighborhood and they keep an eye out for each other, obviously. And a strange car would arouse some severe suspicion there was somebody sleeping in it overnight. So we're in search of just that neighborhood, and I know of a spot that should work.